With press, thank you.
Doxy.
I do too. I love
Personally, I
Doxy.
think if you have a dachshund, you should name it Roxanne. So you can say Roxy the Doxy.
That is a very clever idea. I'm thinking about getting one, so I'll think of you and I'll say Roxanne.
Seamus.
So you guys are presenting tonight, or hosting it.
I'm presenting. Julie will be in her seat.
Trying not to cry.
Trying not to cry from all the animal stories that we get to see.
I cried
tonight.
last year in my seat.
You know, it's one thing about the Genesis Awards. It brings attention to all the people in the world that that bring attention to animal abuse and other animal rights causes, and it's recognizing them on a night like this. But a lot of the times, for all of us that are very sensitive to animals, you watch it and you sort of say, oh my God, this is terrible. And so, yeah, Julie was very sensitive.
It's really a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, I think that it's so important for us to know what's going on, and so that we can help to be part of the solution. But on the other hand, when that awareness gets raised, you're also exposed to that underbelly of humanity that's so disappointing, and it just hurts.
And the reason why we quit eating meat to begin with is sort of take ourselves out of that.
Why is it still happening? Why?
Yeah.
So why is it important to you guys personally, this whole event and the company, the Humane Society?
Well, I think that's kind of part of it, you know, like sometimes I think there's a disconnect between what it is that we eat or what products we use and how that comes to us and who's hurt in the process. And so when we have our awareness raised at an event like this, it's such a big deal that we can change, and we can affect change, you know, globally and for these animals.
Yeah, it's awareness, but it's also, you know, government advocacy. The Humane Society does a lot to get laws passed. I mean, we get the emails. I get emails every day from the Humane Society about what's going on with them, about what piece of legislation they're trying to pass to protect wild horses or to protect, you know, cage-free animals. So it's one of those things that it's very important. It's a big organization. I'm glad we could support it.
And how can people get involved on a day-to-day level, on something managed? How can people get involved?
How can people get involved? I think making themselves aware, you know, like that willingness to not turn a blind eye, even though it's sort of painful sometimes. But I think the simplest thing, honestly, is to just pay attention to what products you're buying. Pay attention to, if you eat eggs, get the cage-free ones. Like little things like that will make a huge difference. It's like
we just had some lipstick action going on, smooching action.
I know, we talked about that, yeah.
You're wearing lipstick.
Am I?
Kidding.
Only give me
You're good. So do you guys have rescues of your own?
No, we do.
We do. We have a Beagle and we have a Corgi German Shepherd. The Beagle was rescued from a Beagle rescue group that's a breed-specific group. And those are very important because, you know, those are really the grassroots of all this. A lot of people, you know, we work with Best Friends Animal Society, which is a very big rescue group and sort of an umbrella organization for a lot of things. But there's also the smaller ones. They're the people who show up at Petco every week, and they're the people who really need your support. So it's one of those things you're talking about, people getting involved, is, you know, go to Petco and volunteer with those groups. And if there's a breed of animals that you like, get involved with that rescue. If you have a dachshund, for instance,
go to the Doxy Rescue.
Yeah, Dachshund Rescue.
And I guarantee, if you live in a big city, there's at least a dozen dachshund rescue groups around. So it's a pretty simple thing.
And tell us about Castle, what's going on, what people can expect.
We just finished our 100th episode, and the 99th episode airs on Monday night, and it was a big one for my character. And my wife, who plays my wife on the show, showed up, and there was a lot of excitement going on.
A lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
Growing up in the Ryan household, so so stay tuned and watch that. Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect match. You get to play a married couple, and you are a married couple. I'm sure you get asked that a lot. What's it like, both, you know, in marriage, off screen and on screen?
It's wonderful, and it's easy, you know. It's sort of one of those things that you go to work and you get to play together, and the communication is instant, and hopefully the chemistry is as well.
There's a shorthand, which is really nice.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
There's none of that period where you got to get to know each other and just immediate jump in.
You already know each other, so you start doing things.
Right, you just play off of each other and characters.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.